Hi there everyone, this is the Innovative Traders and welcome back to my channel. For those that are new to my channel, my name is Ivory Mamba, the trader behind Innovative Traders. I focus on smart money concept, specifically market structure, supply and demand. So I just want to give you guys a good looking pair that I've just came across, which is gold. I don't really trade gold that much, but then since it's looking a bit promising, I'm just going to share with you guys this interesting bit of price action, right? So as we know, gold is barely a bullish market, right? If you can take a look at the weekly there, we just been bullish, right, ever since, right, after tracing, just pushing up. So I'm having this much more clearer price action on the daily time frame, right? If you can take a look at that, we have this price, being this bullish, right, recently. So we have, let me take out my highlighter, we have from this point a high, a low, right, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. So right now price is currently tracing back, right? It's looking to facilitate the pullback for this recent leg, right? Marking it, this is what I'm currently having. I have a low here, right, daily low. Just a quick market outlook, right? We have a daily strong low, a daily week high right there, right? Daily week high that I'm looking to target, and we have a daily break of structure right there, right? Pretty much straightforward there. Daily break of structure, right? Do I have that? Oh, I do. So now we have that, right? And if you can study price from this point, right? We went up, we made a low, right? We pushed even more high, mini low, internal low, then we pushed all the way to the upside until price came back down, breaking this internal low, indicating that we're about to facilitate the pullback, right? After a break of structure, we expect a pullback on that time frame. How do you know a pullback is about to start? We need to see a change of character, which we currently having right now. If you can take a look at what has happened, your price pushed up, came back lower, tried to respect demand, right? Tried to respect demand, but instead it reacted impulsively instead of coming back and reacting as since we switched character back to indicate we're done with this leg, but then price came back and caused a failure of this low that was supposed to be protected to possibly form a new higher high from this point here, right? Because of it also correlating with the 50% of the Fibonacci. If you can take it from the low to the high, right? Low to the high, bring out the 50 there, right? This demand was higher probable to possibly cause price to push even more higher, but then price is still looking forward for a well price area into discount before a push towards the upside, right? Since we're having that, this is what I'm currently having right now and I'm looking to work with. So we have price giving us a change of character on the daily here, right there. Someone can ask me that, or can argue that, why am I not marking this low? If you can take a look at this candlestick here, all of these candles, right, this one candle, two, three, they are all making the candles prior high, right? Nothing is retracing. The only one that is retracing is this one here. We had a high, then we came back, we made a low, then we went high. These candles are closing high, all of them, right? Hence there's no retracement for me here. Obviously it's going to be visible in the 4-hour, but then coming back to this one here, we have a change of character there. Let me just change this on the daily, right? Us having that, we know we are about to facilitate the pullback. Price came back to the supply that caused demand to fail. That was supposed to possibly cause a new high, right? So this happening, price is now looking to facilitate the pullback, right? Supply has been consumed. Supply has been consumed, right? They're consumed. Now looking for what? For downside, possibly to this demand here, right? This demand here before a push higher. So we change character. We are bullish after a break of structure, expecting a pullback on a time frame. How do we know a pullback is about to start? We need to see a change of character, right? We made a boss. We made a change of character. We made a change of character, right? We came back to supply. We mitigated. We want to see price dropping even more lower before a push higher. Another thing that is giving us more confidence is that we came back impulsively and retraced in signs of weakness, right? Basically mean that downside has more pressure than upside, right? So right now, this is what I'm having on the daily. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame and see if we can make sense out of this, right? Taking a look at the 4-hour time frame, this is what I'm currently having. Let me just remove this here. This is what I'm having on the 4-hour, right? We have this, obviously you have a change of character on the 4-hour there, which is more visible, right? Change of character there. On the 4-hour, taking out the highlighter there to mark the tool. In this case, the 4-hour and the daily are correlated. We have a high, a low, we have a high, right? This here is just internal structure, a change of character, a retracement, and price moving in this manner, right? We have an I-boss right there. Let me just mark it, an I-boss, right? An I-boss there. Let me just remove this here, change of character. What I'm removing right now, it's visible on the daily, right? So I'm working with 4-hour price action, which is also bullish, right? We have a higher high, higher low, higher high, right? 4-hour is the same as the daily, but the 4-hour is much more visible in this case. Sometimes the 4-hour and the daily are going to be correlated. They will have the same high and the same low, right? Sometimes, not always. So us having that, we have a change of character right here. Change of character there. Price came back low, push high, tapped into supply. We broke to the downside furthermore. Internal I-boss, we're still what? Moving in a bearish order flow into areas of discount, right? Before I push higher. So us having that, let's take a look at what is currently happening right now. Price gave us an I-boss right there. Let me just mark it blue. We have a high. I'm gonna mark it blue, right? Blue, high, and a low, right? So we have a strong internal, right? A strong internal for our high, right there, right? A strong internal for our high, strong internal for our high. Let me just mark it. A strong internal, right? Internal high on the 4-hour, right? And we have a weak internal for our low, right? For our low. I'm trying to be as quick as possible so you can also get to get this video on time. Internal low, right? Weak internal low. H4, weak internal low, right? Weak internal low. So us having this, we're going to be looking at price from this point, looking forward for selling opportunities down until well priced area before I push even more higher, right? Right now we're currently in the premium region. If I can take out my Fibonacci from the high to the low, right? Measuring the swing low to the high there, tapping on the 50%. We are currently around the premium region, meaning that sell up high probable. So this setup is basically what it is counter to the 4-hour, right? But pro internal for our bearish order flow, right? So us having that, let's take a look at what's currently happening on this bit of price action. On this bit of price action, we're having price behaving in this manner, right? After a break of structure, let me just do this quickly. After a break of structure, we expect a pullback, right? That should be a song right now to you. After a break of structure, expect a pullback. How do you know a pullback is about to start? We need to see a change of character. We have a change of character there, right? A clean one. Change of character saying that we're about to what? Facilitate the pullback of this leg. We are within a bearish order flow, right? Our recent high is this one here. Recent low is this one here. This being our strong for our internal high. Why? It caused an internal break of structure, right? So for a pullback to start, we want to see what the change of character, which is what we have here. Price pushed even more higher, and until there is supply. Right now we have a bearish change of character that is telling us we are now done pulling back, and we've reached a well priced area, which is in this case a premium area. So right now we have this change of character up there after I tap on a supply. That is pretty much straightforward. They have the change of character, and we have a clean sweep of the highs right there, right? Sweep of the highs. Sweep of the high. Supply is being respected very well. We've changed character. If you were early, you would have caught this entry right there, which is beautifully. So we had this change of character internally for this leg, an entry there, stop loss above. Then you've held. Right now you're at break even, right? So looking to what? To get price when it retraces upon this supply and take it to the downside. So on the 4-hour, this is what we're having. We have a supply zone there, right? We're gonna mark it there. Then we're going to wait for price to come back and mitigate our entry, place our stop loss just above this high here and hold towards the downside, this being our first take profit, right? And our overall will be this low here, right? This low here. If you want to be extra safe, you can place your stop loss above the high and just attempt the trade when it reaches here, because of right now we've broken down impulsively. We're retracing back in signs of weakness, which is what we want to see for price to retrace into our entry. You want to see price retracing in signs of weakness, generating trendline liquidity below here, right? Looking to target later, right? Looking to target later. So this is what I'm currently seeing on gold. Just take a look at gold and see if you can get something. Obviously, if you're trading the intraday, you can just accompany price to the upside, since we have, remember, after a break of structure, what you expecting a pullback, we have this break of structure, right, which is viewed as a change of character on the 4 hour, but then the 1 hour and the M15 are responsible for the pullback, are responsible for signaling the pullback and the continuation of the 4 hour time frame, right? So after a break of structure, what do you expect? We expect a pullback on the time frame. How you know a pullback is about to start? We're going to see what a change of character. We have a change of character on the 1 hour time frame right there, right? A change of character there, followed by what? By a high, a low, and then eyeballs right there. So we have a demand that you can mark, right? Demand zone right there, refined to this area here if you want to enter a risk entry. So we have an eyeballs up there. We are in a bullish order flow looking toward to facilitate this pullback, which is obviously an internal structure on the 4 hour that has given us a change of character that we're waiting for price to come back and mitigate. So we have this. You can attempt a buy here on the risk entry. It's a risk entry, right? You can risk, you're supposed to be cautious with your risk there, or you can wait for price to pull back into this area, remove this, give us another change of character down here on the M15, which I can view right now. If you go into the M15 time frame, this is what you're currently having, right? Building up on structure, right? Change of character. We have this eyeballs, which is obviously an M15 swing break of structure, right? Swing break of structure. That is how these time frames are working together, right? We have this high here, we have a low, we have a high, we have an M15 strong low, right? M15 strong low. You just have to know where is price going, where does price come from, and where is price going, right? Right now, price looking to facilitate the pullback of that change of character structure on the 4 hour, right? Obviously, our internal structure on the 4 hour is going to be viewed as a swing structure on this time frame. So us having that, we had a break of structure to the upside. After a break of structure, expect what, the pullback. How do you know a pullback is about to start? When I say change of character, we have a change of character there. That is pretty much straightforward, right? You already know that by now. We have a change of character there. We want to see price coming back into areas of demand, giving us the same thing, change of character, then enter here. If we are trading on the intraday, targeting this high, this M15 week high, right? M15 week high, M15 week high, M15 week high. So price has to come here, push higher from here to the downside, right? That's what I'm anticipating on gold, right? Obviously, if all of this fails, it means you're going to wait for what? For buying opportunities. If this fails, this is what I'll be waiting for on gold. We just follow what the market is giving us, right? If this fails, I'm going to wait for price to push up, impulsively come back in signs of weakness, enter upon any uniform level of demand and trade price up, since this is what the week high. We are trading a counter to the higher time frame, but pro-internal, right? It is counter but pro-internal, right? It is counter to the higher time frame. Why? It is seeking a well-priced area, right? But it is pro-internal, right? It is pro-internal. So I've given you all the possible outcomes that I'm seeing on gold. Let us see if it can play according to our focus. So that's it for this video. You know how it is. Stay sharp, trade smart, and stay blessed. You know, traders. We out.